That was the beginning?
Well, we can cut out this.
Yeah, I guess we can.
You can start whenever you want.
How about I'll be quiet and we'll start when the piano starts?
Okay, yeah.
Hello. Welcome back to the podcast. It's James and Collin. Here for your pleasure. There was a beginning part before this, before Collin was playing the piano, where we were discussing how to begin. Sometimes podcasts, they like to leave in the realness. So it's also like the lazier solution. And so usually I rebel against people who do more than 50-50. But this time I think I want to leave it in, because I thought it was at least Collin's voice was in it, you know? And I like it when the audience gets to hear Collin, because I feel like I'm talking so much here that if I was in his situation, I would want to be speaking on occasion when I hear some James garbage, something that's wrong that I'm saying, and I'm just completely ignorant and knowing that it's wrong, but Collin is sitting there festering. That's not how that word is used. That's not his name. It's Jeff Bridges, not Jeff Daniels. James. And that's the thing that usually you see as comments on YouTube videos or on Twitter. People want to say something, so they find the nitpicky, oh, you said Jeff Daniels instead of Jeff Bridges. Oh, I got you. I found the typo in the textbook, you know? It's like, is that really the point? Was the point really that there's a comma instead of a period? No, you're learning about the American Revolution. Oh, they spelled Paul Revere's name wrong. Oh, well, if you know how Paul Revere's name's spelled, then you don't need to learn it, do you? Anyway. I noticed last time... Okay, just to set this up. This will be a little bit of re-evaluation, critique. I want this podcast to be very self-aware, so that way I can excuse myself for the arrogant mistakes I make. Go back, say, oh, I was ignorant, I played ignorance. It wasn't me, I promise. Now I'm a new guy. I know things now. It's like an ebb and flow of confidence and whatever the opposite of confidence is. I don't even know. I'm so confident I've never even had to use the word. Until I listen to myself saying this, and then I'll think, oh, I know the word, because I'm smarter now. And I looked it up. It only takes a second. I would say maybe 5 to 6 times a day, I'm looking up a word. Some of the times I'm reading a book, but sometimes when I'm talking to myself, in my head, I'm not a crazy person. In that way, maybe I am a crazy person in that way, I guess. Anyway, when I'm talking to myself, sometimes I'll use a word, and I'll be like, I don't know what that word means. And it'll be like, oh, but I kinda know what it means. I know that it fits in this context, but I don't know what the word... Let me look it up. And those are the words you need to work on the most. You know? Because they're already in your memory. You just need to work on the recall. So you go to the dictionary, you type in cacophony. You're like, I know it's not a good thing, cacophony. It's not good. But it's not specific enough. Cacophony You spell it wrong, Google corrects it for you, and it's got the definition. It's a one-stop shop. Cacophony. It's a chaotic accompaniment of sounds. It's like it's used as like New York City. The streets of the city were cacophonic. You'd say this podcast is the opposite of cacophony. Oh man, and I hope I'm pronouncing it right, because I have to admit to you people, they have that button to press where it'll tell you the word, gives you a pronunciation guide, and I never press it. Because I don't trust it. My brother, he's always pronouncing words the correct way, and it stands out, because you need to know how to pronounce words in a way that the people pronounce it. You need to convey your message. That's the point of communication. Not to be right, but to teach. Oh, this isn't very much self-critique, because I'm going to go into... I don't even know what to say next. What were some critiques I had? Oh no. Collin was describing improv as body and flow, right? I don't know if that was on the podcast or right outside, but he was saying it. And this moment right here, it doesn't have any body. I'm trying to flow, I'm trying to get to the next thing, but maybe by expanding and analyzing and putting a microphone on this lack of body, I'm creating some body for it, so that it gives myself an excuse to come up with the next thing to say. And I can lean on the piano to fill in. That is one critique I had, is I was talking too much. It's like, this guy, again? He's still talking. Let me listen to the beautiful piano. Let me take more pauses between the words that I'm saying. Not only so that I can help articulate and go over what I'm about to say with a little bit more time and effort, but half of this podcast is piano. So I should let it breathe. And that's what Paul F Tompkast does. He's like the one podcast example I have to lean on for like meandering, comedic, intellectual, making an improvisational monologue over a backing of improvisational piano. He's the only one. Honestly, I haven't looked that hard, but I'm sure there aren't that many. I mean, Collin's got skills here. I didn't even realize when I was performing, because I was thinking so much about my thought. But when I went back and listened to it, I'm like, cut all of the James out. Leave in the Rumpelstiltskin story, the bit about the trumpet, but everything else, just give me the piano. Whatever that word is, that's the opposite of confident. That was the word I needed at that moment, but dictionaries don't work like that so good. I mean, you could type in the word confident, look at the antonyms, but that's not really a dictionary, is it? That's a thesaurus. My favorite type of dinosaur. Learned that joke from Dilbert. Gotta mention Dilbert at least once a podcast, and I've made my quota. Dilbert had a dinosaur in it for some reason. I know you think like Dilbert, you're like, isn't that all? It all takes place in an office. Some of it takes place at home with his pet dog Bert. Dog Bert, who's like a evil manipulator of bureaucracy. Little empathy. He's like an anti-dog. And they go in the basement. They find a dinosaur's name's like Bob or something. Anyway, back to the self-critique and analysis. That's what everyone wants to hear. Give myself some comeuppance for the blatant arrogance of the last podcast. Now I got a little water, and I'll like sip it occasionally when I'm like, oh, I like this piano a little bit. Oh, by the way, if you're like on the fence about this podcast, you're like, I've listened to like 3 hours. It's almost cutting it for me. But I can't listen anymore. I gotta stop right now. My advice to you, listen to the next one. Try it out because it's gonna be a little bit different. Collin is gonna play guitar instead of piano. I mean, that's just switching the whole system on its head. I mean, I don't even know what kind of guitar like, he could play so many things. Because I don't know as much solo piano music as I do music that goes over guitar. And so while I'm listening to this piano, sure, occasionally it distracts me from the topic I was thinking about. With a little melody that's familiar. But guitar, I mean, that's my wheelhouse. One guy, one guitar. I mean, I could name... Oh! Maybe it's time for the Fitz top 4 list. One of my 2 established sections, corners, boxes. And so what's the topic for this 4 list? Favorite singer-songwriters that play the guitar. Can't be Elton John in this list. I'm talking plays the guitar, sings a song, writes the song. Really, it's singer-songwriter, guitar player. That part's assumed. You gotta play an instrument too. No one's just like, I write a song, I sing a song, straight a cappella. Sitting with Kanye at the Grammys. I used that image last time, but I liked it so much. I think I'm gonna keep using it. Make it a thing. You know, a thing. Straight a cappella, sitting with Kanye at the Grammys. Album of the year, it's a cappella. I don't think that's ever happened. Singer-songwriter who plays the guitar, on the other hand. Many examples. So let's begin. First, as we know in the 4 list, we have to come up with a perspective to embody and imagine who their favorite singer-songwriter is. Now, last time I tried a couple of different ways to think about this, but I know one perspective that jumps out to me right away. Collin. Collin's sitting right next to me. Who is Collin's favorite singer-songwriter who plays the guitar? I mean, if we were talking piano here, you might have said Mozart. But that's like out of my depth. I'm talking like since the 60s. That's the only music I really know. Like beginning of the 60s, that's almost as far as I can go back. But Collin He loves Elliott Smith. That's his favorite singer-songwriter. You might ask yourself, why does Collin love Elliott Smith so much? And you know, maybe I should have asked Collin this question at some point in our life. For as many times as we've talked about Elliott Smith. But, for some reason, I never thought of this question until right now. So I'm gonna have to make some humorous, exaggerated guesses in somewhat of a flattering, somewhat of a humiliating direction. Those are the directions I can think of. He likes Elliott Smith because they have the same haircut. What more do you want from a singer-songwriter? That's why I love Gordon Lightfoot. Gord's gold, you know? That's them curls. Maybe he likes Elliott Smith because of the whole he died too young. Think of what he could have been. You know, people give artists like Janis Joplin or Kurt Cobain. Sometimes I feel they give him a little bit too much. You know, it's like, sure you were great, but are you the greatest? Biggie Smalls, are you the greatest? Janis Joplin, are you the greatest female vocalist? Would you have been? Amy Winehouse? Who was that soul guy? Oh, Otis Redding? What could have been? I've heard people talk about the 27-year curse. Is that what year it is? You got Janis, Jimmy, and Kurt. But people forget about Otis Redding. People forget. Over time. I didn't know who Linda Ronstadt was until yesterday. She's won 12 Grammys. She was the biggest selling female singer in the 1970s. She wrote the commercial for Mr. Plow in The Simpsons. Oh, nerds are gonna be like, oh, not Mr. Plow, it was actually Plow King, Barney's company, that was like the rival with Homer's company. Or if I could do like the comic book guy's voice, I would do that voice instead of my nerdy voice. But I can't. I digress. Elliott Smith. I gotta get better at the cutbacks to the tangents. If I could loop better. Note to self. Calling out your faults right after they happen is also a tangent that I want to get away from. Leave some time to self-evaluate. Don't draw so much attention. So we have Collin loves Elliott Smith because they got the same haircut. And because he died too young. And I've already expressed that I think that's a lame reason. Hey, have you noticed, by the way, Collin's doing like little Elliott Smith inspired piano? If I was better at singing along, I would try. But also because he's playing. Oh shoot, what's the name of this one? You know, the ones he's been playing so far, they're a little out of my depth, I guess. Oh, maybe some of the listeners are singing along to Collin's version. And also because he's putting his own spin on it. This isn't like a straight cover. Or maybe he's not playing it and I'm just like way off base. Collin hasn't even been listening this whole time. He's just like in his own little world. He hasn't even heard me mention the word Elliott Smith. No, because I know. It's too obvious. This is Elliott Smith. Why does he love him so much? He's got a solid discography. That's a good starting point. When someone has at least 5 or 6 albums to draw from, where the majority of the songs are good on every album, you're already starting out in the upper echelon. You're already scraping from the cream of the crop. But to be number 1, there's a lot of competition out there. I mean, I don't have to tell you. I got 3 more examples right around the shoehorn. I don't think that's an expression, but it sounds like it was an old-timey expression. Right around the shoehorn. That could mean something. Right around the bend. Maybe like some... it's gotta be something music related, right? Like he likes the mood that he gets put into when he listens to Elliott Smith. It's like, this is a familiar emotional state to my... I can relate to this feeling in a basement on a hill. In a basement on a hill. That's like... you recognize you live in a privileged world. You weren't born in Somalia. Just by being born in the USA. You're on the top of the hill. But within that context, you're in the basement. You might be at the top of the hill, but you're feeling low. It's the juxtaposition that makes that such a great album. Title. It's Collin's favorite album by Elliott Smith, by the way. I'm more of a either or kind of guy. Well, that's not the one. That's my second favorite one. I changed it and I don't remember what I changed it to. X's and O's. I could almost sing along with this one. Am I spending too long on Elliott Smith? Am I growing stagnant? Am I adding enough perspective on all the different things that someone could enjoy about an artist? Am I drawing too much so I won't have enough to be able to draw from when I do my 3 other examples? I mean, I guess while I've been talking, I've been kind of thinking of who some other people might be and storing them for later. And I got 1 or 2 that are pretty good. I could talk about them for a couple minutes at least. So, I'm not too worried about running out of steam going over on Elliott Smith, because I have to remember, half of my audience here is Collin. So far, only 2 people have listened to the podcast, me and him. And maybe he doesn't even enjoy me talking about Elliott Smith, but he's like, I'm going to look back on my piano playing and see how well I could flow between different Elliott Smith songs. We're both looking back on our prior selves for growth and inspiration. Where were the mistakes we made? How can we improve? What were our strengths? How can we also improve? Next time I'll know the word. Next time I'll know the word. That was the first time I even tried to sing, and it wasn't that much of the right time. Oh. If you feel the emotion in that part right there, it just makes you sink in your chest a little bit. It almost reminds me of like this sad Snoopy walking back to his doghouse with his head down. You know, just like, oh man, this is really hitting me right now. Oh, I'm not losing my energy, but it's like my breath is not as full. It's like I'm walking, but I'm not going anywhere. I'm just going in circles. What's even the point of me doing this? That's a little too harsh. But sometimes I put on my overcoat Go walk in the snow. In the city, looking at all the people who can't see past my face. They can't see my thoughts. They can't see my emotions. And I can't see theirs. But maybe if I get on a stage and hold a microphone and tickle the ivories, then maybe they'll understand that we really were feeling the same things all along. Henry David Thoreau. No, Ralph Waldo Emerson. Phew, good thing I talked with Collin before. I was gonna make that mistake the whole time. Ralph Waldo Emerson said that true genius... I love when people talk about true genius. He said true genius finds what's within and is common. He also said you don't have to quote stuff exactly. He didn't say it in those words, but I might have to reference him more later. He said true genius sees that the history of the world is in each man. That we all feel the same way, to a certain degree. He went and explained what it meant in the context of larger things, and sure, I'm only pulling it out for a select example, but I read this so much of it last night and the night before that I'm just quoting him all over the place. It'll happen again, I promise you. Probably in the section where I talk about books. And, I'll say this is a book I read. But back to Elliott Smith. I know when I listen to music, the lyrics are so much more important to me than they are to Collin. And so when I think of what I like in Elliott Smith, it's a lot more lyrically based. I mean, I'm sure Collin's thinking stuff like, I like the chord progression. You know, like nerdy music stuff. You know, nerdy because I don't know it. And it's like very specific knowledge. Oh, I like the harmony. I like when he uses the A chord. I like that he uses irregular chord shapes. I'm gonna get out of that nerdy voice because I actually think that is a thing he does. He uses irregular chord shapes. That might be difficult to parse out, but give his music a distinct flavor. He's not using B and C and G. He's using B flat 7. Is that a thing? I should know a little bit more about music. B flat 7, is that like a complicated thing that could even exist? Maybe I'll never know. Or maybe I'll continue to learn and grow. The point of this podcast. That might be enough. Elliott Smith. I might have exhausted my... I mean, I'm sure Collin could play Elliott Smith all day. But, let's think of... We gotta think of another perspective here. If you lived in a prison in the 1950s. Is that right? 1950s? You might say to yourself, that Johnny Cash, he's the greatest singer-songwriter that ever lived. He really understands the plight of an old chunk of coal like me. Sure, I've made a few mistakes in my life, but I'm paying for them. I'm suffering in this hole, and the only thing that I can find pleasure in is the music of Johnny Cash. Because when you know that there's someone out there who feels what you feel, but you can't quite articulate. This prison guy wouldn't have said articulate. He said, you just can't find the words. You know when you want to say something, but you just don't know how to say it. Johnny Cash knows how to say it. Because you know it's the truth. I shot a man in Reno just to watch him die. How many times I've sat in this prison cell thinking to myself, why did I do it? I couldn't find a reason, I couldn't find a rationale. Sure, I was angry, but I've been angry before. I've been on hard times, and I've never made a mistake like this before. Why did I do it? Why did I steal that pen? Why did I loiter? Why did I throw garbage off that hill? I'm making reference to Alice's restaurant. And I think also a George Carlin bit. I'm talking about being in prison, and wouldn't it be funny if, like, you were in there for a very petty crime, and there were people in there who were hardened criminals, and you both have to go to the same jail. Ain't that a bitch? I was debating swearing there. I don't like swearing so much. It's not really a natural thing for me. But sometimes when you've got them fulsome prison blues, it just brings it right out of you. And I'm sure if I was in prison, I would have been using much saltier language than just saying bitch one time and hesitating before I said it. What's my favorite Johnny Cash song? Me as a prisoner? Oh, it's the one song I've heard 1,000 times. Oh, I only know one. You know, the reason I know it, this guy across the hall from me, he has a guitar. He only knows one song and he plays it every night before we go to sleep. And sure, it wouldn't have been my favorite song if I was living in a different world, and there's a lot of great Johnny Cash out there, but the one that always reminds me of home. Ring of Fire. I know it's a cliche, but it's all this guy knows. You know, if he's gonna learn one Johnny Cash song, he's gonna learn one that people can recognize, and I don't bemoan him. What a sophisticated guy, bemoan. I do not bemoan him for having only learned one song, because I love it. Every night before I go to sleep, I think of that Ring of Fire. I really wish I'd come up with a better Johnny Cash song for an example, but I couldn't think of one quick enough. I've been having a debate. This is a little bit of a critique. References. When I listen to something, I love obscure references, because then I can go look it up. Oh, this thing, this knowledge that this person had that I didn't have before. I like Dennis Miller. I like... Dennis Miller is the best example. You gotta have 3 examples, James, come on. 3 is so tough. Let me just say 1. Dennis Miller. I remember listening to him the first time, and maybe I knew 1 in 10 of the references he was making. But I was so curious. And he was displaying them in a context you could understand what the thing was. Kubla Khan? Yeah, I kind of get it. Marcel Marceau? Is that even how you say his name? He's a mime, I get it. He was a mime. Yeah. So you look it up and you end up learning who I can't think of any names of any people. This is not good. You learn who Eleanor Rigby. That's not a real person. That's a Beatles song. You learn who you learn who Ava Braun is. You learn who the Buffalo Bill, or you learn. I love the you learn Harper Lee characters. Boo Radley. You learn about Chappaquiddick. All in 3 sentences. This guy's bringing the knowledge. That's why I love references. But how arcane of a reference do you want to go? You want people to at least know it sometimes. People know Johnny Cash, James. People know more than Ring of Fire. Yeah, but, to be honest, I probably only know 5 Johnny Cash songs by title off the top of my head. So maybe I'm an example. And I saw that Johnny Cash documentary with Joaquin Phoenix. Was that who it was? I thought it was pretty good. Especially when you can do a whole soundtrack where it's all the artist who's playing and you do it as it goes along. There have been a fair amount of movies that have done that. Ray Charles. There was that Walk Hard mockumentary with John C. Reilly where he made fun of the Johnny Cash one. And there's other examples. I got 3 in there. I don't need to come up with any more. Is Collin still playing Elliott Smith over here? I'm talking about Johnny Cash. It's alright, I don't know that much Johnny Cash either. That's what I was just talking about. And I'm about to move on to the third perspective anyway. We already know 2 of the top 4 greatest singer-songwriters who play the guitar. Elliott Smith and Johnny Cash. Well, let's get a third perspective in here. What perspective should I draw from? Is the more like random? Is that funnier? If I go like super random? Let's give it a try. Prison Guy, that's not that random, right? What about like a character in a fairy tale? Oh, because I like that. I want to say Rumpelstiltskin again. Am I leaning too hard on how funny I think the name Rumpelstiltskin is? Potentially, but I'm the one listening to this thing, so I love saying Rumpelstiltskin. Who is Rumpelstiltskin's favorite singer-songwriter? Oh, am I going to assume he lived back in the days when there weren't really that many singer-songwriters? Or am I going to assume he's somewhat of an immortal being who constantly pokes his head into new generations? Rumpelstiltskin. He lives in a cave outside of the town. Is Rumpelstiltskin's favorite singer-songwriter also Elliott Smith? What is going on? This is supposed to be a distinct top 4 list. There's supposed to be 4 different people here. Rumpelstiltskin, you're breaking the rules. I mean, I don't know if I can allow this. Rumpelstiltskin, you gotta make a second choice. You've never listened to a singer-songwriter who's not Elliott Smith? You only have 1 album in your cave that you've ever listened to in your whole life? You found it on the street one day? You were just walking around, you found an album? A year later, you found a CD player? 5 years later, you found a pair of headphones? You put it all together and it was magic. Which album was it? You're not gonna tell me, huh? You think I'm gonna judge you because you don't know the full Elliott Smith discography? Fair enough. I respect your wishes, Rumpelstiltskin. But I gotta tell you, you're breaking the rules here. This top 4 list, it's got 2 names that are the same name. I don't know I don't know how it's you really put me in a corner here, Rumpelstiltskin. I already talked about Elliott Smith for like many, many minutes. I went into a lot of different perspectives about why you could like Elliott Smith. I'm running a little bit dry here on my analysis here for you. Should I go into... Rumpelstiltskin likes the lyrics? He loves the lyrics of Elliott Smith much more than the melody. Oh, something I can relate to. I mean, we both appreciate the music part, but he's got those great lyrics. I mean, Rumpelstiltskin, it's gonna reveal which album you listen to. And to be honest, I don't know if I know... maybe I won't know which album it is. Oh, am I even going to be able to name 2 songs that are on the same album to do this bit? Rumpelstiltskin, you're putting me... This corner is so... This is like a very acute corner you're putting me in here. Like 20 degrees acute. Tight spot. Rock in a hard place. I'll just name one song and then I'll hope that the next one is on that same album. You love Pizzula and Waltz Number 2? Ooh. What do you love about them? Oh, that line, you know, when he says... When he's talking about the devil. And he's talking about how your true test in life is how long you can go before you succumb to what the devil chooses. Because he's gonna win and you're gonna fall. But how long you can persevere and how long you can keep your head up. I wish I could remember exactly what the words were, but that sentiment has stayed with me for a long time. He uses jigsaw puzzle in there too. It's not coming to me right now. Even with all this musical inspiration. So Rumpelstiltskin, at first I was mad at you for making this choice, but Collin is happy. And that makes me happy. So I'll let you choose Elliott Smith. Alright. We can move on to the 4th perspective. Now this might be the most difficult perspective of all. It's my perspective. And since I'm presenting my own perspective, I have to be honest. Everything else I can make up. It's all a lie. I don't know. Collin hates his haircut. Collin is upset that he died. Of course he's upset, but he's upset in a different way, I guess? I'm not sure what the opposite of what I said would be. But also, Ralph Waldo Emerson said, just be yourself in the moment. And it's okay to contradict what you say at one time and another. Your true self will shine through. And sure, people won't understand, they'll be confused. Hey, you said your favorite president was George Washington, and now you're saying your favorite president is Abraham Lincoln? And now you're saying your favorite president was Thomas Jefferson? And now you're saying it's Teddy Roosevelt? Who are you anymore? I don't even know you. What, did a steel spike go through your head? Change your personality all the way around? Your favorite president is now Warren Harding? I don't know if I can be friends with you anymore. Oh, it's George Washington. Back to... Oh, okay. Phew. So it puts a little less pressure on me to say something that I'll have to commit to for the rest of my life. I say my favorite singer-songwriter is Bill Withers. Is that gonna Is that gonna irk me? You know, just a little irking. I'm just irked. It didn't ruin my day. That I said Bill Withers when the next day I think, oh, I forgot about Paul Simon. Hello, number one. Bob Dylan. Did I forget about Bob Dylan? Did I forget? Yeah, those are the best ones anyway. Bob Dylan and Paul Simon. Those guys are legends in the singer-songwriter game. And when I think about Paul Simon, really, he had Garfunkel there for the first part. So he wasn't really a solo singer-songwriter as much. And in a lot of his later stuff, he had a really full, like, African band. I mean, sure, he was always playing the guitar, he was always singing, he was always doing the songwriting. But in the true essence of the word that I'm using it, I gotta go Bob Dylan here. I think my favorite singer-songwriter has gotta be Bob Dylan. I mean, he's got the discography. He's got the eccentric personality. He's got the history, the stories, the plugged in at Woodstock. It wasn't at Woodstock where he first plugged in, it was the folk festival. I know. He's my favorite. Trust me, I know. I remember this one story about Bob Dylan. He had just gotten into the plugged in world, and people were not happy about it. They're like, that's not folk. He said, the guy yelled from the audience, "You suck!" And you know what Bob Dylan said? He said, "You're wrong." And you know what? That guy was wrong. Because Bob Dylan's the greatest. I mean, sure, his voice can be grating. That's usually people's first complaint about Bob Dylan. I don't like his voice. Mama's in the basement, mixing up the medicine. When I go to a live concert, I can't tell what song he's playing. He mixes it up too much. His voice is somewhat indecipherable. But then you hear a cover of the song that he wrote, and you realize he's a genius. All Along the Watchtower. Did he write Knocking on Heaven's Door? Or did he cover that as someone else? I'm not sure. But I mean, how many albums did he have? How many songs have you heard in movies? How many people that you respect in the field of music say to them, when you ask, who's your favorite singer-songwriter? They say Bob Dylan. Usually, my taste. I like to not agree with people. I know, it's a little bit cliche to not agree, but at least it's a starting point for originality. And a lot of people are gonna say Bob Dylan's their favorite singer-songwriter. But there's a good reason. Like a Rolling Stone. Is that enough of a reason? It's a great song. I already said Positively 4th Street. I know there's Stuck Inside a Mobile with the Memphis Blues again. Visions of Joanna, Leopard Skin Pillbox Hat. We got Boots of Spanish Leather. We got Blowing in the Wind. Maggie's Farm. Tangled Up in Blue. Everybody must get stoned. And so, if I could name off that many songs by one artist so quickly, certainly evidence that even if I disagree with myself in the future, Bob Dylan is not anybody's poor choice for a top 4 singer-songwriter. And so we have our list. The Fitzmaurice top 4 list. Singer-songwriters. Elliott Smith, Johnny Cash, Elliott Smith again, and Bob Dylan. We did it! Hooray! We did it! Mission accomplished! Second 4 list down. Infinite to go. Because there's infinite things to judge out there, as long as you break it up into small enough pieces. What'll happen next? What'll be our next 4 list? Tune in to find out. Next time. Not next time, but the time after that. Because next time's going to be the second hour guitar style. I'm looking forward to it. As much as I love the piano, my curiosity is bubbling. What is that guitar gonna sound like? Is it gonna make my voice sound different in comparison? In contrast? I mean, maybe my voice is just sounding like nasally and rough because I'm next to this beautiful piano. Maybe when Collin plays the guitar, he's gonna play it grungy. He's going in there rough. And I'm just gonna sound like Eddie Vedder next to it. But that won't be good, then you won't know what I'm saying. I'll be like, just call me Eddie. I'm halfway there. Living on a prayer. You know, I thought I'd do more tangents where I say a couple words and then I realize, hey, those words are a part of a song. Then I start singing the song the rest that I know it. But for some reason I feel like maybe there already is music to listen to. My brain isn't thinking of other music things. It's like, music's covered. We don't need any more singing of a song that isn't this song. Collin is obviously not playing Living on a Prayer by Aerosmith right now. You do not need to sing that song. Plus, I don't really like that song very much. I'm not a big Aerosmith fan. They're just not my kind of emotion. I wonder how long I've been talking here. Oh, 53 minutes. It's amazing how I can intuit how close to an hour. And I said it was going to be like, we decided like an hour long for the first part. And if I'm such a rambler, 7 minutes. Should I end it right here? Is this going to be the conclusion? Stay tuned for the next part? How long can I draw out? Can I do 7 minutes of anticipatory? I remember I used to listen to that radio program, Suspense. And it would be like a short story by like Edgar Allan Poe, like the Pit and the Pendulum, and it would just be the suspenseful part of the story, which was pretty much the whole story. In that case, it was a great choice of a short story to be read, but it would bring you to the edge of your seat and keep you there at the edge of your seat. Listening to a story about a guy walking up to your car in the dark in the middle of nowhere, and he could draw it out with tension in his voice and the... How did he do it? I guess he had the words to... It was a story already. Some stories move real slow. I mean, 3 pages in a book. That's not that much, but... when you're reading it out loud, that's quite a few minutes. I recommend listening to Suspense. It was very good. James, in the future. Future James. Go download a couple of those Suspense Old Time Radio. Go to oldtimeradio.com. Download Suspense. Alright, you caught me. The TTP podcast. We're sponsored by oldtimeradio.com. They're one of the sponsors. They kick in. They give me free podcasts in exchange for plugging them at the podcast. I can download as many gun smokes as I want. Bob and Ray, they got it. Dragnet, you know it. I didn't time that out one so good. Oh, that words didn't work. Sometimes when words don't work, you want to go back and explain it, but sometimes it's better to just move on to the next thing. People forget. Sure, it didn't have any body, but you're moving on. Moving on to the next podcast. And so I say, see you later.